Hello, it's Savvy Nick here, and today we're going to be installing Ubuntu 19.01 server. If you go ahead and boot into your image for Ubuntu server, you'll see a page like this. You'll do that by having a USB stick and installing or flashing an image onto your USB stick and then putting it into your computer, booting from BIOS, and then once you boot into the disk from BIOS, you'll see a screen like this. Go ahead and hit the Install Ubuntu Server. Give it a moment to load up. On this screen, you'll choose what language you prefer to do the install in. We're going to do it in English here. And then you have the option to go ahead and update this installer as well as continuing without updating it. I'm going to go ahead and continue without updating. On this screen, you'll get the layout of your keyboard. Go ahead and select whatever layout that you use for your keyboard. Mine's English, so I'm going to go ahead and select English and hit Done. I don't really have to go up here. You can scroll with your arrow keys if you want and change them, but we'll just keep these on default. Hit Done. And we don't really want to install the cloud version, so we'll go ahead and just hit the Install Ubuntu. We don't really care for these others. So go ahead and continue, just press enter. Here's where it will pick up on the current network information that you have. This is a necessity, so go ahead and make sure that you have your network plugged in. If you don't, you won't be able to advance since the server requires a network connection. You can also change the Ethernet IP settings in here if you want. As you see, the EMP0S5 is the network adapter that it's currently using. What type is it? It's an Ethernet device, and it's using DHCP version 4 to go ahead and get an IP address from a router. We're going to go ahead and leave these as default. If you want, you might want to go ahead and change that to static if you plan on using an address that's always going to be the same on your network. Let's go ahead and just hit done here. Next, it's going to ask you for a proxy address. I don't use a proxy, so I'm not going to put one in. It does give you an example of how to give proxy information if you do use one at the bottom there, where it says http://userpass host port. Go ahead and follow that or look it up if you need it. We'll hit done on this. Here it's going to ask you for a mirror address. We're going to use the default mirror address. This is where it's going to pull from all the updates, or if there is any updates, but really just the rest of the installer, so we can go ahead and install Ubuntu Server 19.04. Go ahead, done, and you'll get a few options here where you can manually choose how you're going to install onto the current disk that you have. You can either create a virtual machine disk or just a normal disk, or even do it manually. I do not suggest doing it manually. That's really for advanced users. What we're going to use on this one, since it's just a plain old computer, not a virtual machine or anything like that, we'll use an entire disk and let it set it up for us. Here you'll see your hard drive and where it's going to actually install this server image onto. It says that we have 64 gigs available, and it has the name of the SSD that we currently have installed in the computer. Yours might be different, of course, but we're going to go ahead and select this for us. And it tells you the point it's going to mount on, so root here, size of 64 gigs or very close to it, the type of file system it's going to create, ext4, and where it's going to be located, a partition on the local disk. It also says if there's any other available devices. We don't have any other ones, so we're going to go ahead and hit done. Alright, at this point it's going to go ahead and ask you if you're sure you want to go ahead and install the server image onto your SSD or hard drive or whatever disk that you have. You want to make sure that it's a brand new disk, that it doesn't have any information or prior information on it, any data, anything like that, because at this point it will erase the entire disk. You can't go back, so go ahead, just a forewarning. And it also tells you that in this dialog here, confirm destructive action. We are sure that there's nothing on here. It's clean. We're going to continue. And now it's asking for some information, and at this point it actually starts the install. You can see it at the bottom. So my name, I'm going to put Savvy Nick in here. my computer's name, Savvy Nick Computer. A username, Savvy Nick is fine, and password, I'm just going to put something in here and confirm my password after I've hit enter. Hit done. Here it gives you the option to go ahead and install OpenSSH Server. I do like OpenSSH Server installed because I don't like to install it after the fact. Usually I get into my server instance through SSH, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can also import keys at this point. I'm going to go ahead and skip that, do that later, and hit done. Next are popular environments that you might want to use for this install of the server. I don't really care for anything. So it has such things as the cloud, virtual machines that you can install on the server, a group chat server if you want, Mosquito MQTT broker, all different types of servers, programs that you might want to use. I don't care for any of these. I can always install these after the fact. So I'm just going to go to the bottom and hit done. And at this point, it's just going to keep telling you all the programs that are being installed, or really lack of programs. It's just really installing the kernel at this point. And once this is finished, you might get a few more questions here. So we're going to go ahead and wait. At this point, the installation went ahead and downloaded all the security updates and is completed. You'll notice this by telling you to go ahead and reboot the system, and at the top left, installation complete. And once you've finished the install, go ahead and reboot your computer. Now you can see the computer starting back up. It's going through all its logs, everything it's starting, telling you what's okay, what's not. And when it's finally done, you'll see a screen similar to this. Since we didn't install any kind of a desktop environment, you'll see basically a command prompt or a shell prompt screen asking you for a login. So I made my user Savvy Nick, and that's what I'll log in as. Put my password in, and I am in, as you can see here. So now we can start issuing commands and using our server. Thank you for watching this install of Ubuntu Server 19.04. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what other videos you'd like to watch, and I'll catch you in another video. Thank you.